Welcome to Ancestors and Alchemists. My name is Heather. I'll be your reader today. Remember that these readings are general and that they are timeless, and they will not resonate with everyone. So we'll go ahead and dive in. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all and love you back. So let's go ahead and dive in. So we asked a set of questions. The first question is, like, what is it that Spirit wants you to focus on? And so we have Judgment in the sideways position and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's looking like you're supposed to turn your attention to the things that you are growing, the things that you are setting up for yourself in the long term, in the future. And so it looks like this has to do not just with money, but I'm seeing resources in general. And so that could look like resources with people. That could look like, resources with money. It could look like, okay, what is your job stability and situation look like? How are you managing your health? It's just asking to ask you to 122 might be significant. It's just asking you to take a look at what it is that you have, and what it is that you're working towards. And so mark that place that you working towards, and then kind of, step back from it and make plans from there. The Ace of Pentacles came out in reverse. And it just looks like you're needing to focus your attention, not just on the long term, but on you, period. Remembering that you are actually this first pentacle, right? If you neglect you, then none of the rest of the pentacles go on. Like, none of them can revive themselves. No matter what you put in anything else externally, it's not going to work if you're not first taking care of you. I was at the dentist today, and I was talking to the dental hygienist, and she was saying she had a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. But she was asking, well, what are you doing for the rest of the day? And I was like, well, I think I'm going to go ground. I think I'm going to go meditate. I got a few errands to run. And she said, oh, I wish that I could take some time out for myself. I just have the kids, and I never get any time by myself. And I think that a lot of the times that's how women are programmed in our society, to always neglect ourselves and give to other people. And mind you, she got a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old, right? Like, that's just gonna be fucking hard, period. But I think what the lesson is no matter where you are, your first priority, it has to be you. It has to always be you, because you cannot pour out of a cup that is empty. Your first resource is you. So we need to take care of you first. And I think that's what Spirit is saying. Like, no matter what else you pour, that thing is not going to do the transformational thing that you want it to do. It'll end up being stagnant. It'll end up not growing. It'll end up just kind of shriveling up on the vine, because what is actually feeding it is your energy. And if you ain't got no energy, growth is going to be real, real hard, right? All right. Yeah, I think it's just saying the same thing. It might be saying something like you are wearing yourself a little bit too thin. You're needing to be more conscious about how it is that you spend your time, and what it is that you're fighting against. Actually, also, before I started this, I was kind of meditating, and it looked like Spirit was showing me like your throat chakra. So maybe that resonates, that you've been 434 on the timer, that maybe your throat chakra has been feeling kind of caught up, that there's something that you need to say or something that you need to express, but it's possible that that thing is being repressed. And so this is asking you to stop busying yourself, right? Stop busying yourself, and to sit down and focus on your long-term goals. Focus on how is it that I can best take care of myself, And then with that, when you're able to kind of do that work and pre-prioritize you, you'll find that that kind of spark will come back, that kind of curiosity for things will come back. Okay. All right. So that is your focus, or should be your focus. Yeah, it has to be your focus, because it looks like you're doing, this year looks like you are doing a lot of building. And so what Spirit is asking is that don't build on a false foundation, and and that false foundation means neglecting you. Don't build like that, because that thing will inevitably be unsustainable, because you need to be sustained, right? And so it's just asking you to go ahead and focus on the long term, but remember that you are the priority of that long term. The next question that we're asking is, what is it that Spirit wants you to focus on as far as your spiritual growth? It looks like we're either looking at some folks, I'm seeing the Nine of Wands. Let me pull it up. Nine of Wands and the Two of Wands. Again, this gives me that same energy of go, 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 do. We fixing to get this going. And really, that's not going to be sustainable either, right? Like, even when we think about spirituality, this is not something that you can put in a toaster and get it to pop out another thing. Shadow work takes fucking time. And I'm speaking to myself here. Shadow work takes time. You're not going to be able to heal overnight. We know that you got the... okay, now they talking to me. I feel they got me on blast. You're not going to be able to do everything overnight. It is just not sustainable. It's not something that's healthy for you. It's not even something that's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's not even possible. So just to make sure that you are not also using your spirituality to cover... Queen of Cups, and then Five of Cups came out earlier. To cover up or to neglect or to repress some emotions that you need to have come up. Ace of Cups. It feels like there's some part of not just your spirituality, because all of this looks like it's combined. It looks like you are doing a lot in your life. It looks like you're keeping really busy. It looks like you are trying to grow some things. But it also looks like sometimes you might be busy for the sake of being busy, so that you don't have to speak, so that you don't have to delve, so that you don't have to handle the emotions that are really popping up. Yeah, it just feels like you hold a lot of emotions back. And when you do that, you're withholding yourself. That's kind of how we create masks. We are always negotiating between what is acceptable and what is true. And so, yeah, we can do all of the meditating, and we can do all the grounding, and we can hold all our crystals, and we can put the necklaces on, the earrings on. We can do all of the things, right? All the copper in our hair, all of it. But if we aren't doing the work to excavate some of the trauma, some of the physical trauma, the stuff that we experience in this physical world and its effect on our soul, then we're not really doing any work at all. And that's a hard truth. That's a really hard truth. And so some of us are like, oh, look, this is love and light. And to some extent, that's absolutely true. But integrate it, folks. So that shit get dark, and that shit get dark quick. It's not a fucking fairy tale. Look, that shit get dark, and that shit get dark real quick. We're not living a fairy tale, right? Like spirituality, though it is a dimension that is removed from us, it is still very real. This is not like make-believe imagination, right? Like there's things that we've experienced in this life that can shut us the fuck down, right? There's things that we do that can shut us the fuck down. But then if we just keep adding on to it over and over and over and over again, we're not actually making progress in anything. Our soul is not growing. Our spirits are not growing. Our bodies are just going through some motion that we think might, 1111, that we think might be significant. And so this is asking you to slow down. It's asking you to negotiate between what you invest in. Are you investing in the doing always of a thing? Or are you investing in the processing? Which is also the ultimate work. That's what gets us to this abundance. See, we think in our minds for some reason that Spirit is asking us to work, do over and over and over again. We got to get this done. We got to memorize. We got to meditate. We got to. No, that's religion. That's religion. That's our internal programming of religious ideas that we've always grown up with. The Spirit asks you to do. Sometimes you have missions, if that's why you're here. But Spirit is mostly just fixing to ask you, hey, I'm just going to remind you of the thing that you said that you wanted to do before you incarnated here. That's where your wealth comes from, collective. That's where your passion comes from. All of your passion, all of the wealth that you're going to acquire on this side, because you are, because I can fucking feel it. It is, that's the long money. It's long and it's sustainable, but it's also fueled by the balance of your Queen of Cups. It's fueled by that balance. It's not fueled by the work, although you have that. And you got that strong, right? You can endure any fucking thing. But being resilient is not the point. Being resilient leads to survivalist mentality. It leads to scarcity. But what we're looking for is to be fulfilled. And that happens here, according to your cards, with you balancing things out. Right now, it's too many wands. A lot of wands. It's not quite enough cups in the right proportion, right? We don't have an ace of cups here. Something where you're able to pour into yourself. We got cups that are being assigned to other people. We have cups that are just kind of general. We have cups that are in mourning. But we don't have cups that are filled, that are happy. And that's what leads to the disproportionate way in which you are manifesting, it looks like. There's an aspect for you that is needing for your emotions to kind of be pulled up, to be spoken on, to be evaluated, and then to be put in the right places. 144 might be significant. So that's heavy. That's heavy. Spirit, where do you suggest that that they start? Okay. Oh. They're saying balancing how you think about giving your love. Oh, which leads us to the next question. So the next question is about physicality. What is it in your 3D world, so in your love life, in your community, within your friends, that you're needing to focus on? And we have the first card out, which was the Strength card. Now, it was beautiful at first, right? Because we got the Ace of Wands, another wand, we got the World. We got the Five of Cups again, and then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. And it looks like when you approach relationships, you approach them with a huge heart. Like 44 might be significant, like a really huge heart. Like you feel like you are very open and you're very nourishing and you're very nurturing. And it feels like you would do anything for your friends. Like I'm sorry, I shouldn't have shown the World card. There is a level of, I will take this thing from start to finish. It's almost like you help people understand their potential. It's like you feed into people. You're always helping people to grow. You're always helping people to move. It's like you're the spark in their life. And there's a part of you that actually knows that you are the spark. Like it looks like you know that you're the spark. You understand that this is your experience with people. Like this is how you function with them. But then also at the same, did I say you was loyal? Honey, what wouldn't you do for the people you love with the World card? What wouldn't you do? But it also feels like you are not getting the same thing in return. And in that way, confirmation. So it looks like you don't get much on your investment back. Oh, Nine of Wands again. You don't get much on your investment back. And a lot of the times it looks like you're actually, you end up having to protect your energy from people a lot. Like these feel like really toxic situations. And sometimes they almost feel like they kind of kick you back. Like it's almost like you digress. Yeah, and it looks like you kind of will cut people off, especially yeah, you'll cut people off. But it's not because you don't want to love on folks. It's because that they don't cherish you. Like I'm seeing this as a really good spread, because what you're describing is that, hey, I'm actually worth you giving back to. I'm worth you giving back to. I'm going to take all of these police sirens as confirmations. What you think? You're worth giving back to. It looks like you've experienced a lot of betrayal too. That's 210. So we got a 1010 out so far. A lot of betrayals with people. And to some extent that kind of, yeah, people just were not investing back. And I'm going to say, because these came out a little earlier, as far as this part of it, it's the Page of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the World card. And so it looks like what Spirit is saying to you is, hey, you are valuable. People do not always appreciate what they have until it's gone, number one. And so it's a good thing when you actually create distance. And then what that ends up doing is having people come back to you, which is ridiculous. Oh my God. Why are the fires happening? People end up coming back to you, but when they do come back to you, they're not always ready to give how you are. It looks like you also have a wound in that area. Like that in itself is a wounding. And for some reason it's giving Ancestral wound. Let me see what that is. Can you tell me more about the ancestral wound connected to non-reciprocity? Eight of Cups. What else? Can you give me more about that? Ten of Swords. Eight of Swords. Queen of Swords. One thing, it looks like in your family line, it looks like a lot of women either, because this is giving me feminine energy. So a lot of women either repressed and just did not, kind of just left themselves, is what it's almost like they abandoned themselves. They abandoned their voice. They abandoned what it is that they loved. They abandoned who they were. I mean, like, just walked away, almost out of expectation. It's almost like they were expected to abandon themselves. So this is an ancestral wound of self-abandonment. 22:33 on the clock, on the timer. And what I'm seeing here for you is that you're actually coming out as the Queen of Swords. And so you have the voice that the others did not have. You have the opportunity to speak that the others didn't. And while it feels like it's something foreign to you, it is. Because what you're actually, it's almost like you pushing through like the sludge to one side of the bank, and then like a river of sludge, and then the other side of the bank is like your truth. And it almost feels like you are wading through sludge to be able to speak or say your truth. And so it's really hard for you because you're not just wading through sludge, but you're also wading through like generations of that sludge. You're the curse breaker there. You're actually going to be able to build a different kind of foundation, one that does not shut themselves up, but ones that speak clearly about what it is that they want, who it is that they are. You're building something new with the Seven of Cups. You're building something new. And you're building it not just for you, but you're building it for all of those other cups from your spirit team, from your ancestors that could not build in that way because they just weren't trained to be able to. And so in all of these relationships, it looks like, it feels like, is that, number one, you can't give to everybody right away, right? Like, and also, it's okay to set up clear boundaries, really clear boundaries. And it looks like that's one of the things that you've learned, and one of the things that you are learning if you are struggling with that right now. Because, you know, like we said, spirituality is not overnight. It's a whole motherfucking process. And so for anybody who's mastered anything, guess what? They still mastering. Everybody's students. We might teach a thing, but all of us are students. All of us still learning. What is that? Something about this week. Okay. I don't know what this is. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but somebody does not want you to leave them. They think that they can work this out. They think that they can make it a long-term commitment. It feels like they're wanting to offer you something. They don't want a thing to end. They want to offer you something. They just keep saying the same thing. They think that they can make it work. They don't want you to leave them. They're going to give you something. And it looks like so this could, it's possible. Okay. Let me get my thoughts together. This does not have to necessarily be somebody that you're romantically involved in, right? Like with the Emperor, the Six of Cups, the Six of Wands, or vice versa, because it all came in sideways. It's relational, definitely. It's relational, somebody that you've known a long time. It could be somebody that you're in separation with just because, whoever this is, they are watching you. They're keeping an eye on you. It could be parental. Is kind of what it is also feeling like. So if you are in a no contact situation with your father, they don't, or with your, the masculine figure that kind of raised you, they don't want to keep this separation. It looks like they're wanting to reach out. It's possible that they reach out this week. But I think that this is a really good, because it feels like your spirit team. It feels like the divine or your ancestors. Actually, I can't even tell. That's so weird. I usually can tell. Anyway, maybe it's your higher self. I don't know. But somebody is saying, whoever this emperor is, that's going to offer you something. They're going to promise you something. And it almost feels like they're going to try and breadcrumb you. Like this just feels like don't trust it. It feels like they're going to try and win you back by kind of reminding you about who you used to be or who you were. It's possible that that will ride the line in between narcissistic kind of guilt tripping. Lord. Yeah. And also manipulation. I was just going to say they're luring you back. Yeah, manipulation. They're going to try and lure you back. So that could happen this week. It's possible. Also, this could be for some of you, for, father figures. For others, this could be lovers. It just feels like really heavy masculine energy. Like almost dominating masculine energy. Somebody could have a really deep voice. And this could be somebody that you have trouble expressing yourself to. And or this could be the reason why you have trouble expressing yourself. Like it feels like whoever this is, and this will kind of be how you know, whoever this is feels like they pull your energy down immediately. Like you feel like you are not a kid again necessarily, but like that you have not grown to be the successful, badass, spiritual witchy bitch that we know that you are. Like it's something about this relationship that kind of tightens your throat chakra. And to some extent, you protect yourself from this person. Whoever this is, it feels like they're kind of manifesting you or trying to manifest you, even though they don't know what they're doing. That's dangerous. Trying to manifest, honey, what you doing? What you doing? Put them goddamn candles down. You don't know what you're doing. That's what it feels like, though. It feel like somebody who just you know, just in the kitchen doing some shit and ain't read not nan book, but they didn't see that you're supposed to light a candle. Okay, they know that. Put that goddamn candle down. Okay, so I don't know. I got totally distracted by that distraction. I think the guidance is clear because I don't remember where I was. The guidance is pretty clear. It's saying you're doing a good job at drawing your boundaries. Make sure that you speak up for yourself. Make sure that you say all the things, and not just for you, but for your inner child. Like don't forget that you're not doing this work just for you. No matter what you went through when you were young, you probably got some scars, okay? When you were younger, because life be life in real motherfucking life. But also that you have wisdom from those scars, and that it is necessary to take that wisdom and give it back to your inner child. Give it back to them. Help them feel safe. Help them know that, hey, look, we made it. We did a good fucking job and we made it. Girl, you see how fine I am? Boy, you see how cute I am? Handsome. Though what y'all be doing? Okay, I stop. But that's the guidance here. It is asking you to keep your boundaries up, speak up for yourself, speak up for the inner you, the little you. And you can build something fantastic. We gotta fill those cups, and we gotta talk our talk. We got, baby, talk your shit, okay? Talk your shit. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all. That's it. That's all. All right. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I hope these resonated for you. Four of Wands. You are building something fantastic. 333 might be significant. Fantastic. Keep going. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it, and I hope that these readings do kind of help give you some peace, give you some clear, concise guidance, or as concise as we can be, us readers can be. All right, that's all I got for you. Okay, love you, bye.